James Comey's fuzzy memory frustrating senators as they grill him on the origins of the Russia probe.
What effort had been made to verify the dossier in October?
I don't know specifically.
Did you ask any questions or do any due diligence on this at all?
I don't remember anything about the facts that have been revealed recently about the subsource.
With all due respect, you don't seem to know anything about an investigation that you ran.
Wow. Here to react, Fox News contributor, former chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Jason.
He's lying.
Chairman, he had a much different attitude even a few years ago. So when he agreed quickly to do this, you almost knew something was up. Was he promoting the movie, or does he have a second book?
Well, he probably has another book in the works, but, you know, he's on the record so many times on his books, in his interviews, just incredulous about how this whole thing was done. And Senator Mike Lee is absolutely right. This was not done by a field office somewhere. This was at the main headquarters at the FBI, one of the most consequential and important investigations. And when you go through that hearing that he went through, time and time again, I don't recall, I don't know, I didn't look at that, that was below me, it wasn't important to me. Are you kidding me? And you know what? The Senate needs to get up. A lot of the other people around him. I'm tired of hearing from Comey that the prosecutors should be going after him. There are other people that the Senate and certainly the Durhams of the world should be looking at.
You know what? You just did a good promo for us. We've got Senator Lee coming up in our 8 o'clock Eastern hour, so stay tuned for that. Nonetheless, here is the former FBI director talking a little bit about how the controversy and all this Trump stuff, you know, it just doesn't remember. Watch.
Do you recall getting an inquiry from the the intelligence community in September 2016 about a concern that the Clinton campaign was going to create a scandal regarding Trump and Russia?
It doesn't ring bells with me.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty stunning thing. It didn't ring a bell.
Jason Chaffetz, how do you, as the former FBI director, forget important details about an investigation into a presidential candidate and their campaign?
It's totally inexcusable. And what you can look at is that document as released by John Ratcliffe, the director of national intelligence. It's something like the next day the Clinton campaign is actually out there doing those types of things. So that document was in their possession. It has now been declassified. And you can look at what the Clinton campaign actually did. And I tell you, when I was the chairman and I sat there with James Comey and we were talking about Hillary Clinton and her emails, the biggest issue that he made was intent. He said, oh, well, I couldn't prove intent. This goes to intent. Now, it is a Russian document. It needs to be investigated, but that has got to ring bells at the highest levels at the FBI.
You know, Jason, this was the biggest story in 2016 and for years after that. Biggest story, right? So the media conveniently avoids covering this. Look at this. ABC, 0 minutes. NBC, 0 minutes. CBS, 0 minutes.
Did we forget to pay our cable bill? Is that why we don't know?
This is the evening news, keep in mind. Why didn't they cover it?
I got to tell you, when I sat there as the chairman and we were doing these investigations time and time again, the biggest publications, the so-called news organizations, were totally incurious because it was negative about Hillary Clinton and her candidacy, and then about the Obama-Biden administration. They never asked a question or had a peep. But the moment Donald Trump was going to become the president of the United States, oh my gosh, we're worried about everything. All of his kids and everything. They put Donald Trump Jr. on the cover of Time magazine for saying, you know, caught red-handed. Hunter Biden, where you have a Senate report detailing all of this, the financial transactions, putting money in his pocket while Joe Biden's the vice president, and there's nothing out there. It is absolutely shameful. It is an embarrassment to this country, and shame on those national media organizations who never report this and say, oh, it's been debunked. Joe Biden said it's debunked by who? Nobody. He should have gotten a follow-up question, and he should be asked that question every single time the media has a chance.
Yeah, I was surprised Ukraine wasn't a topic. topic. I mean, at the very least, if it isn't true, let Joe Biden tell us why it isn't true. It has nothing to do, just tell us what you had to do with it, and it includes the China link too. And with this, Comey did admit if he knows what he knows now, he wouldn't have went for that FISA warrant against Carter Page. He actually wouldn't have gotten it.
But where's the...
And McCabe's next Wednesday.
But Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, where is the court? How many people can go to a court and lie to the court, submit documents that were false, and the court just sit back and do nothing? Shame on Chief Justice Roberts. That court should be holding these people accountable as well.
They should be mad.
They all should be held accountable. Every single one of these guys that was in this coup attempt should be held accountable and made to pay for what they've done. Jail terms or whatever. They need to be done out of office. Gone. They need to be gone. We have no need for this kind of stuff in the United States. Especially FBI held positions. They're not supposed to interfere in elections. These guys have no clue what they did. And they're going to go through this, and these guys that's under investigation, Comey, McCabe, all of them, are going to sit there and say, I don't remember. I don't remember. They're not going to testify. They're not going to testify the truth anyway. They're just going to sit there and say, I don't remember. How could you not remember? You are the ones that caused it. Comey, you're the big league that caused all this. How could you not remember anything? You're full of shit. You need to do the time for your crime. Guys, everybody needs to know how big of a liar these people are. They tried to take down an elected president. They tried, when he was in office, they tried to run a coup on him. They wanted him out of office. They wanted Clinton in there, because Clinton's the big head honcho of all the thieves. If she got in, America would be gone by now. As you know it, it would be destroyed from the inside, just like the forefathers said. And if Trump don't get another 4 years, well, it's going to be destroyed by Biden. If you heard his debate, inshallah, yeah. And he wants Muslim religion, the Islamic faith, taught in our schools. How can he do that when we can't even teach our own Christian values in school without our kids getting kicked out? People, you need to stand up, open your eyes at what's going on. You think you're woke, but you're not. You ain't woke. I don't know what you are, but you might be woke. Woke, you go broke, they say. So a lot of people done went broke, I reckon. Everybody needs to stand up, stand together, stop this government filth that's happening under our radar. Everybody has a voice. You can call your senator. You can call the White House. Flood them phones. Tell them you want this to end. You want the people responsible held accountable and thrown in jail. You want BLM off our streets. You want Antifa jailed on terrorism. And all the followers be jailed for soliciting violence. BLM needs to be charged with sedition and thrown in jail. Because that's all they are. They're a bunch of terrorists, sadists, Satan worshipers, whatever you want to call them, child traffickers, the whole damn bunch of them. I don't care anymore, folks. The truth is coming out, and it's coming out faster than BLM and these damn Democrats want it to come out. That's why they're all in a frenzy trying to get Trump out of office. They're going to try to cheat you with those mail-in ballots, which won't work because you guys are smarter than that. And if you see something, say something. We need poll watchers, people making sure that people's not cheating the system. Folks, we need to stand up. It's our country. We're in charge. These people in office work for us. Your voice counts. Stand up and let your voice be heard. Let the silent majority's voice ring out. It's time. It's time. It's been time. You need to do it now. There's no getting away from it, folks. You got to stand up. These people ain't going to do nothing for you until you stand up. Stop being silent. Show them who's in charge. Stop the bull crap. If you want to keep your laws, your constitutional freedoms, you best stand up, guys. I don't know what else you could do without being violent like BLM and Antifa is just to stand up, flood those phones to your congressmen, your senators, the White House, wherever. Flood those phones. Tell them you want all this shit to end and the people that's causing it to be jailed. The people that's funding it to be jailed. These Democrat leaders that's allowing it to be jailed. Tell them we're done with it. We're fed up. We're going back to work. You're not shutting us down anymore. It's time, guys. It's time.